So lately we have been thinking about Universal Epic Universe every single day. And we are so excited for this. This is one of the most monumental theme park openings in this country in a very long time.
Sure is.
You're
And
excited? Yep. He's even excited. He showed up for the video today. So as we were thinking about that, we started thinking, what is Universal, the first park going to do to stay relevant?
Right, because now they're opening what seems to be the greatest theme park in the world.
Yes.
And Islands of Adventure is already
Superb.
Love
it.
Quite possibly my favorite theme park.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah, that I've been to anyway. So yeah, what's going to happen with the original park, which is very clearly in third place now?
By a landslide. They have a lot of things that could use improvement, or maybe just even get rid of them.
You done already?
Alright, so he's on DTO. We call that dog time.
He's got dog time off.
Unlimited.
It's quite expansive. Yeah.
It's been going on 4 years now, so I don't know when it's gonna run out.
What were we talking about?
Universal and how they can fix themselves.
Right. So Universal Studios has a lot of bad rides. For being a premier theme park, there's a lot of in that park. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely room for improvement, room to get rid of them, like we said, and room for some new additions. And so we got to thinking, what would they remove first?
All right. And well, before we even talk about that, like what are their best rides there? Like the Mummy, Gringotts, Diagon Alley is the coolest part of Universal for sure. And then you've got an awesome roller coaster in the Mummy. And then it kind of starts falling off, honestly.
Kind of like an extreme dip down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got lots of attractions that are not great, and a lot of them are probably on the chopping block to be closed soon. So yeah, in order to open new attractions, Universal has to close certain attractions as well. And so which ones would be the best ones to do so? You're probably thinking along the lines of Fast and the Furious or Jimmy Fallon, because these rides suck, right?
Those are our least favorites there. Yeah.
Nobody likes these rides, right? Wrong. Well, not that nobody likes them, but these aren't going to be the first ones to close, unfortunately. Even though they probably should be, because nobody likes them. With the opening of Epic Universe, there's going to be a lot of new people that have never been to this resort coming to this resort who have not ridden these rides. So unknowingly, they're going to get in line for them.
Unknowingly and unwittingly, we'll get in line for these.
Poor souls, yeah. And this is going to be happening for a few years because this is going to be a brand new theme park. So they're going to be getting a lot of new people over the next few years. And so yeah, not quite time to close those two yet, unfortunately. And they're both not even 10 years old yet, so they're relatively new rides. So I don't really see them closing these two.
Exactly. That we do need places to put people, so once all these lines at Epic start getting long, kind of shift over to the other parks. So
exactly.
So another ride that a lot of people don't really seem to be lining up for any longer is The Simpsons. So Universal has 4 years left with their contract with 20th Century Fox, which has now been acquired by Disney, actually. So their biggest competitor that they're just shelling out money to.
They're just paying license fees to Disney all the time, in order to keep using this ride. Yeah, they're probably not too happy about that.
Another issue with this ride is it felt rough when it was new. It used to be Back to the Future, which everybody loved. It was a staple of the park, very nostalgic, one of our favorites. And then they changed it to The Simpsons without changing the ride technology. So a lot of people said this feels just as old and it's a worse theme.
Yeah, the best part of that ride is honestly the jokes.
It's like watching an episode of The Simpsons, which I can just do on Disney Plus now for free. So.
And a lot of people, they mentioned getting motion sickness on this ride as well. Not me personally, but it seems to happen to a lot of people.
It is the curve of the screen. I can see how it can happen. So even if they did get rid of this entire Simpsons area, even preemptively to stop paying Disney, we have heard rumblings of a Pokemon World, which, oh my God, please put that there. That would be fantastic. So it kind of seems like that plot of land is already spoken for.
Yeah, Pokemon Land would be awesome. Come on. And with that, now with the rumors of Zelda coming to Islands of Adventure, they would have a Nintendo Land in every single theme park. And that kind of forces Nintendo fans to go to every single one of their theme parks. So
take my money.
little sneaky, very smart. Sneaky. Yeah, I can see what Universal's doing here. I love it.
Yeah. Same thing about like putting a Harry Potter land in each park. We've got to go to all 3 now, and yep, they've got our money.
Mm-hmm. And Pokemon is just it's the cooler IP than The Simpsons, if we're being honest here.
Definitely.
And after their 4 years is over, they can renegotiate with Disney to try to keep it, but that's not happening. We all know that's not happening.
Pokemon is more timely, and I think has a younger audience, which is, good for money, good for crowds.
Yeah, so the Simpsons ride is out, but it's not the next one to be out. It's still going to be, I think, maybe like 3, maybe the full 4 years before the thing gets shut down. The next ride we consider to possibly being closed down at Universal makes us really, really sad.
I didn't want to hear you say it.
Men in Black, Alien Attack. This thing is like 24 years old now. Like half the guns on the rides don't work.
That's his excuse for losing all the time. They work fine.
I mean,
it's not the guns.
Fine. Whatever. My gun certainly didn't work though.
Yeah. I heard. Pew.
All right, aside from the guns that don't work, yeah, it is getting quite old and doesn't appeal to the masses like it used to. Like we love Men in Black.
We're the perfect age for it. But...
Like, do kids these days even know what Men in Black is? Probably not. which is also sad. God, we're old. I remember this being the coolest thing in 2000.
I still think it is. Like
it is for us.
Walking in the line, seeing the 2 aliens down there in the command center.
I know. I agree with you, but let's be real for a second. Up front in Minions Land, they did open up a new shooting ride now. So now the park has 2 shooting rides, which is not good for Men in Black.
For the youth of the future, they love the Minions over there. The kids these days.
Minions are cool, but it's not Men in Black. I just love those movies. Well, the first one anyway.
I think only the first one, but it's so good that, yeah.
They don't even sell Men in Black merchandise in the ride merch store anymore.
That's foreboding.
It's filled with anime and DC merch. So it's they're not even selling Men in Black merch there anymore. It's not a good look.
Yeah. So a similar issue with Simpsons, Men in Black is actually owned by Sony. So Universal has to pay royalties to Sony as well. I mean, it's just money out of their pocket for something that may not be drawing the crowds as it used to.
Exactly. I mean, Sony's not their main competitor like Disney is, but still to just shell out fees like that over and over again for a ride that's not so popular anymore.
I get it.
Yep. Sad stuff.
Yep.
So unfortunately, we don't see it lasting too much longer here, Men in Black. But the next ride to close at Universal Studios is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Oh no.
I'm okay with that, honestly.
Me too. I'm kind of glad, actually. So yeah, this is all just speculation at this point. There's nothing official, obviously, but our track record is amazing, and we're basically a crystal ball at this point. So whatever we say is probably going to happen.
Very clairvoyant when it comes to these parks.
So yeah, if we'd have to guess, we'd assume that this ride is definitely closing in 2025.
In the year 2023, they went from having 30 songs to choose from, which is their main gimmick, just down to 5. So they either lost licenses to these songs, didn't want to pay for 30 songs, whatever the case was, that's just another sign that this is going towards the wayside.
Not the best start yet. So Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket opened in 2009, making it 15 years old. And 15 years old in the Florida heat at one of the most visited theme parks in the world, you might as well make it 25 years.
Exactly, yeah. Open 365 under that sun and that heat and the humidity.
It gets cycled so much more than most coasters. So yeah, the Incredible Hulk, just next door at Islands of Adventure, was built in '99 and had to be completely retracked in 2016. So 17 years, it's Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is at that point now, and I don't think they're going to do this with that because the Incredible Hulk is a very beloved ride.
Exactly.
And an amazing ride. And this one, not so much.
Exactly. They're not going to put in the investment and the time of retracking this entire thing when they really could just scrap it and get something better.
Yeah, for a ride that most people don't enjoy. I mean, it's not the worst ride in the world, but it's not great either. I've got some gripes with this.
Me too.
would you want to talk about your experience
All right,
first?
yeah. So the last time I rode this, I'm trying to scroll down to B to get to Beastie Boys. I can't even get that far. Don't even know what song I actually listened to because the ride attendant put that seat that goes whoop right over my arm. So my arm got stuck like this on the coaster while I listened to a song I didn't want to hear. So that was really the focal point of the ride for me.
Not your best ride experience,
best
right?
ride.
It's like trapped in the restraint,
Listening to a song I don't like. It was not fun, to say the least.
I also was not able to pick my song in time. They gave us like 5 seconds.
Yep.
And I was like, I wanted to listen to Darude by Sandstorm. I already knew what song I wanted to listen to, and I still couldn't get to it in time. So I listened to something else too. And the ride itself is, it's got terrible pacing issues. There's like 4 mid-course break runs. So like once you start having fun, it's just, you stopped again.
Yep.
And like every airtime hill goes up into one of these mid-course break runs. It's like, oh, I'm having fun. Airtime up.
Ramping up into
Stop.
fun into a brief stop.
And rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's just, yeah, the pacing on this ride is terrible. I understand for capacity why it needs all those mid-course break runs, but the time has come.
I mean, that just might be a reflection of Mauer too. You know, with the what are they, wild mouse makers for the most part?
Oh yeah, look at what Intamin's done next door with Hagrid's. The capacity monster. They have like 10 trains on that thing all at once. Yeah.
Go with a different manufacturer this time.
Something more innovative could be put here. Yeah, a capacity monster could be put here. That doesn't need 4 mid-course break runs.
Well, I think they tried to go over the top with innovation, and then that's how you have all these weird elements that like don't really mesh together.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. So another interesting point here is that this ride used to be part of Production Central, but now Minions have taken over the front of that park. It's Minions Land up front now. So Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket is like technically in the New York area now. And I know like this, like I might be overreacting here, but not with a theme park like Universal. Sorry, like
You can't put Hollywood, New York. It doesn't make any sense.
yeah, you can't do that. Everything's got to be perfect at Universal Studios. Like
It looks sloppy.
It's sloppy work.
One issue that may arise is the interesting plot of land that this is on. It takes up a very thin, long, kind of oblong almost shape. So something would have to be particularly crafted for this area, which again might come with an extra $sign attached to it. But
what kind of ride could fit in this plot of land?
I don't know, like a skinny, amazing coaster.
Yeah, how about another awesome roller coaster?
You really can't replace that area with anything else, I don't think.
Yeah, no, not.
Look
not
at that shape. It's crazy.
Gotta be a roller coaster. And you can't have roller coasters at Islands of Adventure and awesome roller coasters at Epic Universe now and not have an awesome outdoor super coaster at Universal Studios.
In that skyline. Yeah, you need representation of a coaster.
Right.
It just makes sense.
Again, they have the Mummy, but that's indoors. You can't see it from outside. It's an awesome ride, but again, it's not like the extravagant, big, mega roller coaster that's just going to draw people in.
You need something picturesque.
And I know Universal works very well with Intamin and Mock Rides as they currently are, so maybe one of those guys could
Email them. Have your people call their people. You have their phone number.
They're already talking to them, so yeah, just be like, hey, we got this plot of land right here. We're about to tear this thing down. What do you think?
Us up.
Yeah.
Make magic again.
I'm sure they'd have no problem because money. So yeah, with the opening of Epic Universe next year, they're going to have to shift their focus back to Universal because it's clearly the worst of the 3 parks, and it's time for Rip Ride Rocket to go. The songs are gone. It's getting extremely rough from what we hear. Pacing issues are just horrendous. There's a lot of downtime, especially the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I've heard that this ride has gone down a lot, and it's just everything is just pinpointing to it's got to go.
Exactly. Yep. If you're not forming the lines, if people aren't coming, if people aren't having fun on it, you really can't keep investing.
I mean, I do see the lines get long for this thing, but that's because it's Universal Studios and it's their only outdoor roller coaster.
Yeah. I can see never having been there, looking at it, thinking it looks cool and wanting to try it, but like we know better. So yeah, you're not getting repeat riders probably. You're just getting those first-time visitors, I guess.
Yeah, like most people getting off this
Mhm.
are not a fan of it.
Yeah, you're not getting back in line right away.
So yeah, it's once Epic Universe is open, Universal they've got to clean up Universal Studios for sure. And all of those rides we mentioned earlier, we're pretty sure are closing in the next probably like 6 or 7 years. We're almost certain that Rip Ride Rocket is first. It's time.
It makes the most sense.
So what kind of roller coaster do you think could be replacing Rip Ride Rocket once it's down?
Well, this is wild speculation and a bit selfish also. What about a Back to the Future roller coaster? You already got rid of that amazing dark ride that everybody loved and replaced it with The Simpsons, which everybody,
Back to the Future was so much better.
better. So give
We're
the
old
people
enough
what
to
they
remember.
want. Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's like give the old people what they want, is what I should have said.
We
Because
deserve it.
we deserve it. Maybe it wouldn't be the biggest, most exciting thing for younger audiences who might not even really know what those movies are, which is just terrible to think about. But there are a lot of elements that you could add into this that would be really sweet.
Yeah, not really. Doesn't matter what it's themed to. If you got a
Sweet coaster.
a sweet multi-launch coaster that does 88 miles per hour, and it would have to do 88 miles per hour,
Mhm.
obviously. Everybody's gonna line up for that. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy.
And if you don't like Back to the Future, don't know what it is, that's your fault.
That's your own
I'm
problem.
sorry.
I don't think anyone's like looking at Velocicoaster like, the movies don't do it for me, you know. I just can't ride it. No one's saying that. No one's looking at Hagrid's like, I don't get it.
I don't like Harry Potter, so that ride was stupid. Like,
Yeah.
no, doesn't happen.
It doesn't. You don't need to know anything about it. Just you can see an awesome roller coaster in the sky and want to ride it.
You're gonna have a blast. Yeah. And yeah, like I'm thinking, yeah, it's like the companies that can do this, like Intamin, Mock Rides.
I think both of those would be very specifically good for this theme.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, they're already working with them next door at Epic Universe. And maybe if like the Back to the Future coaster doesn't go through, maybe like a Mock Extreme Spinner in that area.
Maybe, yeah. Again, not selfish or anything, but that would be sweet.
No, we're not being selfish. It's for the good of everybody.
It is.
we don't live next to
Make it
Universal
Minion
Studios.
themed. I don't even care. Just make it cool.
Make it Minion themed. Yeah, you're in the front of the park right there
Yeah.
anyway. Just expand Minion Land a little bit, and boom, works for me. Yeah, love the Minions. You like the Minions, babies?
He would eat a minion.
You would definitely try to eat a Minion. Oh, come here.
Hey, baby.
Hello.
Hey, good sweet Kenobi. Kenobi came back to help for a little bit. He decided.
Jacob? Oh, it's Archie. It's a good man, you should.
It's a manly dog, Jake. What kind of coaster do you think they should put there, Kenobi? A pup coaster? Maybe have it be dog themed. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be dog themed. He's like, I don't care. Can you guys just end this video and take me outside?
Yeah, he's ready to go. Run around outside.
We're finishing up soon, okay?
Yeah, like you used to have a ride for this, 88 miles per hour, DeLorean trains. Come on.
The merch sells itself.
The merch is going to sell itself. And if it doesn't, the ride is going to be that good that the merch will then sell.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let us know what you guys think. Are we right there? Rip Ride Rocket is going to be the first ride to close. Is it one of the other rides we mentioned? Is it one of the rides we haven't mentioned at all? What do you think? Or more importantly, let us know what kind of awesome Pokemon rides they should be bringing to the park
Yes,
once that
please.
finally happens. Because let's go.
Yeah, honestly, just talk about Pokemon in the comments if you want to. That's fine too.
We'll talk about Pokemon all
All
night
day
with
with you. Yeah.
Alrighty, on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. What they really should put in Pokemon Land is an exact replica of Voltron, which is hard for us to get to, so this is not selfish or anything, but Pikachu theme. We've already got the electric theme there. Pikachu and Nikola Tesla are kind of similar. So
They're exactly the same.
they look exactly alike. They're both geniuses.
Yeah, just like, boom. Just take that, clone it,
Pikachu,
easy.
yellow and black, bam, love it.
Yellow and black. Awesome pre-show. On every launch, he goes,
Pikachu!
It's getting
Who
more
loves
and more
that?
intense as it goes on, yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Again, we're doing your work for you guys. Like,
That's an idea right
Yeah.
there. All right, we're out of here.